Good evening. Good evening, class. This is Professor Cronin, and welcome to. We're just about to begin week number two. We're finishing up on week one. I wanted to take a moment and just give you a quick review. Here's my little 5 minutes with Professor Cronin at the beginning of each week. So, welcome. We're now into week two. I've gone through all the introductions on the discussion board, and thank you for doing that. For those of you who put up a picture, great, thank you. The rest of you feel free to do so. Again, I miss the face-to-face kind of interaction we have in a regular classroom, so we'll try to make up for it for discussions in the in the discussion board, and any other kinds of discussions we have. So, most everybody has done the introductions. Not all 20 members of the class have done so. So, if you have not, please do that. And we're now into week two. What did we do on week one? We did basically, history of computers, etc. And it is kind of interesting. I know maybe it's old news for you guys, but I lived through those times, so I actually saw the technology evolve pretty rapidly. And as you know, only one thing you can be guaranteed of, two things actually, that it will continue to change, and the rate of change will be accelerated. And so that's what makes IT kind of a very interesting field. But in any case, I've started to go through the homeworks. I haven't gone through them all. And the virtualization exercise. I hope you enjoyed that, because that's a very powerful concept. With that, you can have a piece of software that you can run many different kinds of operating systems under a host operating system, as long as you have the virtualization software. And the kind we're using for this class is the free version of VirtualBox. There are many others. You might have heard things like VMware, which uses in commercial settings. On the Mac side, we have Parallel, perhaps Infusion, and student Anusha mentioned that she had a Mac and she figured it out. Good for you. And she actually went ahead and loaded, using DreamSpark, loaded Windows 8.1 on the Mac, and that's wonderful. And that's actually one of this week's assignment, is to, now that you've got kicked the tires and you've loaded a Linux, I want you to use DreamSpark and load up a version of Windows. What version you pick is your own. Windows 7, Windows 8.1, Windows Server 2008, whatever you like. But you'll see it, one of the assignments will be to, using VirtualBox now, fire up a version of Windows. And again, this virtualization is a very powerful tool, and I want us to be familiar with it as part of this class. So, what else is new? I need to go through the rest of the homeworks, and I'll do so tomorrow. And I'm going to try something new this week. I'm going to see if I can put an audio commentary along with the presentation, so that you can listen to it, and if that helps you learn, great. Okay. Check for that tomorrow, and if it's useful, please give me feedback and I'll continue it. If it's not useful to your learning, because that's what this is all about, then I'll change it to do something different. So, in any case, welcome to week two. This week is all about memory, main memory, random access memory, and how that memory gets allocated when a new job starts up in the system. Because the operating system responsibility, as you now know, he's the one who owns all the hardware, and he is responsible for starting and stopping jobs, whether that job happens to be a web server instance, or whether it happens to be a terminal user, etc. The operating system knows how to start and stop jobs of all different types. And to start a job, clearly he has to allocate main memory to all the many jobs in the system. And how he does that, and the algorithms that get used in that process, that's what we'll talk about this week. So, as always, please read the textbook. I'll give you an assignment. I think there is one up there already. But now we're into the thick of it, okay? And I hope you'll enjoy this class, and I will talk to you more. But I just want to give you a beginning of week number two, and dig right into it. And any questions, I'll see you on the discussion board, or feel free to email me if you like. Thank you very much, and have a great week number two. Bye.